I'm Robert Field, and I am fishing my way through Mississippi, bouncing between state parks in my RV and checking out all the best fishing holes, cultural hotspots, and delicious eats along the way. This time, we're fishing the Mighty Miss for a true river monster.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, man, barely fits in the frame. Look at that.
Then, we're showing you my favorite way to fry fish with the ultimate homemade tartar sauce, before learning about the birthplace of America's music.
Well, hey guys, welcome back to Field Trips. Welcome back to Mississippi. Today, doing something pretty iconic for Mississippi. We're gonna be doing some catfishing on the Mighty Miss. Beautiful morning.
It is. And I guess you guys know this is the Yazoo River.
Okay.
We'll go down and get into the big river. Let me see how we're gonna do here.
So I got like the spot lock and all that stuff, yeah.
I couldn't fish without it.
Game changer. 36 feet, is that what you call shallow? This is the shallow flat?
Yeah.
38 feet?
Yeah, I gotta get us down to about 1 mile an hour. Maybe too much current here.
Yeah, we're moving. This would have been exciting in the kayaks.
May not be able to do this here.
Just too much, huh? It's so funny, it looks so lazy and slow from, you know, up there, and then you get down here and it's like, oh, that's a lot of water moving.
You ever been in for a swim?
In the summertime on purpose.
Yeah.
It gets hot, we may go to a sandbar and cool off.
I got you.
So we got the bottom,
Okay.
but then we gotta let a little bit more out to keep the bottom. So every time, if we get deeper or shallower, you might have to bring some in and let some out. But
Okay.
just keep bumping till you feel it.
Till I feel it tug.
Yeah.
All right. And then kind of let them have it and then just wind down
Yeah,
on it.
just hold. See what is, sometimes you'll try to jerk it out of your hand, sometimes it comes straight to you.
Sure.
Just give them a few minutes to kind of eat it good
Okay. Okay.
and just tighten up. You see we're slowly going down the river,
Yeah.
0.9 or so.
I like it because we're covering some water. I figured we'd just be anchored all day.
Well,
just,
we're gonna-
we'll do that later.
We'll
But
do that later, but
so we're doing what he's calling bottom bouncing for these catfish. We got, what kind of bait is that?
this is skipjack herring.
Skipjack herring, cut up into chunks. We got a weight, and we're basically going down the river. He's using his trolling motor to slow the drift because the water's moving so
Yeah,
fast.
That's our bait. We cut it up into
Pieces
chunks.
about like that.
Yeah.
And we're using a heavy weight to kind of just bottom bounce on the river bottom. And it's mostly sand and mud here, so hopefully not too many snags. And he's saying that right now, while the light's low, these fish they're moving around. The water's warming up this time of year, and they should be moving around hunting, looking for an easy meal. And we're just kind of waiting for that tug.
Yeah. It may happen here. If it doesn't happen here, we're going somewhere else.
All right. So now I just lost the bottom. So should I let some out or reel some in?
How does it feel?
Feels like it's floating. Oh, I just got it again.
Okay.
Now I got it again.
Okay.
Yep.
So what I'm talking about anchoring, when we go to anchoring, we'll search for fish first with the depth finder. If we see fish, we'll fish it. If we don't see fish, we move on. But and we'll give them 30 minutes.
Okay.
If we catch fish, we're gonna stay there. But if they're not feeding, we gotta find fish. We gotta find active fish. So
Sure.
we're hunting fish. We're not waiting. We're not gonna wait for them to come to us.
I like it. Pretty cool. We're fishing right out in front of the Ameristar Casino, which is where the RV's parked right now. There's such cool scenery out here. Feels very Mississippi right now. Got that barge coming. All right, so we tried this bottom bouncing thing, but the current's real swift, tough to kind of maintain the speed that he's looking for, about 1 mile an hour, and we're really just not marking a lot of fish. So he's saying we're gonna switch gears, not wasting more time with this right now. We may come back. We're gonna go to a different spot and just anchor down, see if we can't find some fish there. I like this guy, he keeps it moving. A lot of people catfish, you go to one spot, wait all day, drinking beers, hoping that something happens.
No, we're hunting.
It's an active, yeah, we're hunting catfish. I like this. Got away.
Let me say, actually the river on this side during this high water will be a little bit higher than that side because that current's
pushing over there.
Yeah.
It digs it out. 125 feet deep. Didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've caught fish over 100 feet deep. But
we're gonna get up on the bank a little bit. Do they tend to come up to feed?
In the summer when they're real active, they like current, they'll be out in this current. But now when the water's a little cooler, they get just out of the current in the calm water.
Gotcha. Saving their energy a little bit.
So I've had a 90 and about 5 in the 80s caught out of my boat.
Oh, wow. Wow.
The state record in Mississippi on blue cat's 95.
95.
So that's my goal.
Yeah, 96. All right.
And I've had him on, but didn't get him on the boat. I think I've had him on.
It can't handle it.
You know, the different currents will confuse the motor, but it's hard to turn it up. All right, fish.
Is there a preferred place to put this with the...
That's good. It doesn't matter.
I didn't know if you wanted cork on it.
They can't get it out. If it would have been sitting like this at that other place, would have caught
We would have caught some fish, yeah.
Didn't have the right current.
And are there any limits on the catfish, size or anything? Just
No.
They're not a sport fish,
No.
so you can keep what you...
Yep. In the backwater, there's gators everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm told gators don't want to get water in their snout, so they don't get out in this fast water very much.
It's just too much current. That makes sense.
It's like, reminds me of going like fast in a boat and you can't breathe. Because there's like so much air.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same. They get so much water shoved up their nose.
All right, let's see.
Well, we're fishing now. How many we got out? What's
I'm gonna put this other.
Some of them are pretty.
You gonna put another one?
We're gonna put this bumping right out. We're gonna.
Putting out the buffet.
Yeah. You can lock it down.
Bouncing and bumping.
I don't think we're doing that.
No?
I think we're just letting it sit.
No, this is
Hit the bottom yet?
this is a bumper one.
Yeah, but we're not bumping, are we?
No, we're not. Just,
Oh, just
We're just using that rod because it's a rod
just gonna
with a
anchor
hook on it.
I got you.
Uh-oh. You found the one stick in the...
That's all right. That's my bobber.
Okay.
Just a little.
Let's put them on the clock.
Oh.
Oh,
22.
give them 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, I figure we could fix some of these other rods if you want to
Yeah, we're gonna.
while we're waiting. But I have heard that snell knot allows the hook to really turn and catch that corner of the mouth.
Yeah, let's see. I'll go through from the inside
All right.
and take the tag line. We're gonna go about 10 turns. Keep it all tight. Come back through from the outside. That's it. See, that way it rotates.
I see. And catches you. Look at that.
It's supposed to rotate.
Yeah. That's pretty slick.
But you know, when you push pressure on it, it pulls back and rotates.
I see. I see.
Nice.
Makes sense. It's funny because I think people that don't spend a lot of times on rivers or fishing rivers, they think, well, the water goes downstream. That it's that simple. And especially a river like this. But even, you know, we fish a lot of shallower, rocky rivers, but they all have eddies and swirls. And
I think these fish like these play for the eddy current. I think the bait will come down here and go around.
It sure looks like they do. I mean, every time I look up, the graph is loaded. That's what's weird. That I mean, we've got a couple little nibbles, but
I'm gonna hold up a minute. If we don't get something soon.
well, now you know you said 30 minutes. It's been 12.
I get impatient.
I like that though, because again, when I think of catfishing, I think it's just you sitting there for. I was telling them we'll probably be sitting in the same spot for 8 hours, you know, but I like your attitude of, let's not wait for them.
I've got some friends that do that.
Yeah. And I'm sure, you know, you can get bites eventually, but I like hunting a little bit. Run and gun. We keep seeing so many marks. It just seems like, how could we not get one here in a minute? There's fish down there.
Let him take it?
Get him. We on?
Yep.
Yeah.
We on.
Yeah? There you go. There you go. All right.
Something.
All right. Hopefully we're about to get a little boom.
What are you working with here?
Yeah, it's heavy rod, so I'm sure it's gonna be tough to tell unless it's a giant.
Oh, is he getting in that line?
Uh-oh. We got another one?
Oh,
Where's that one? He probably ran over into it. There he is. Man, ain't bad. Ain't bad.
At least we got the skunk out of it.
Yeah, first one's the hardest, man. Confidence is just skyrocketed. Mississippi River
Pretty
catfish.
little blue cat.
Oh, yeah.
That's a perfect eating size.
Yeah, that really is. Fat, too. Look at it. It's been gorging.
We gonna eat it?
Yeah.
You gonna keep him?
Yeah. I mean,
You say perfect
That's-
size. That's what. If we eating, that's what I'm down for. Catfish nuggies.
all right, Brooks.
Skunk gone.
Man, I'm feeling better. I don't know about you.
Oh, yeah. He's just getting the crowd going.
Yeah.
It's the first of the show. It's the first of the party. A little bit of overachiever.
Yeah.
The big girl's coming.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're gonna put a new bait on that.
Yeah. Let's get it back down there. I'm feeling better now.
I like these heads. Got a lot of blood in them.
Uh-huh. Get some more scent out there.
You can't hardly pull them off the hook.
He says a skipjack.
Yeah. See all the blood?
Yeah.
All right, put it back in the magic spot now.
Yep.
Down we go.
Yeah, we're getting a little, they're kind of sniffing at them, just not committing. Maybe they're just still waking up this morning. I can relate. Getting warmer, I'd say. We're gonna keep scouting. And it is getting warmer out here too, that's nice. Hi, Mom. So right now we're actually technically on land, but the river's so up. We're just looking for fish, kind of spot hopping, going from one to the next, using the graphs, the electronics.
Yeah, this is a good flathead place. There's so many logs.
See if we can't spot some fish. He said, fishing out here blind, you're just fishing on hopes and dreams. You really gotta look and find these fish first. There's just so much water. The catfish aren't everywhere, so we're just running around scouting right now, see if we can't find a good hole with some good marks in it. Catfish is done pick up, we can go surfing.
Hold on, guys. Hey, hold on.
He's on.
You on?
Fish off.
Oh man,
A good fish.
good one. All right.
That won't even go down yet?
He hit it on the way down.
On the way down.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sir. Yeah. That's definitely a fish. That didn't take long. Oh, it's a flathead.
Flathead.
That's my first flathead ever. Nice. New species. There we go.
They pull harder than
Man, yeah, I thought he was gonna be bigger than that. My favorite thing in the world is catching new species, and the flathead is one that has eluded me. And there it is, breaking your Oh, and it came off, huh?
Oh, wow. Perfect time.
Man, look at that.
That's the best eating catfish there is.
Yeah, that's your favorite to eat?
Yep.
Man, not a bad one either. I mean, to me, that's a good one.
Watch that hook.
Yeah. Look at that, new species. He said he catches 90% blues, but he catches some flatheads mixed in, and I told him that's what I'd really love. That's a fish I've never caught before. And really the reason he doesn't catch as many is because these are kind of the hunters of the catfish family. They like catching live bait and they'll hit lures even, but
he hit it on the way down.
He hit that on the fall.
Yeah.
He was still letting the bait down and he saw that thing flash in front of his face and grabbed it. And now these are the catfish that people go noodling for. They like to get up under holes and under logs and anything like that in the riverbank when they're spawning. And people go in there and that's when you see them, they stick their hand down the hole and it'll bite it, just kind of defending its nest. And yeah, hit that on the way down. What a sweet surprise to knock off a new species today. I wasn't planning on it. I figured we'd just get blues, but there it is. Not a giant, but good fish. And man, he was pulling. I thought it was going to be a lot bigger than that.
Well, they pull.
Yeah.
They get that old flathead down in the current.
And just, yeah, it was digging. Phew, nice.
Good work, dude.
Yeah, man,
Boom.
that feels good. I'm feeling good about this spot.
Me too.
Look at that guy.
Yeah.
Those whiskers.
We've got more fish. We've got some fish.
Yeah, we got a lot of good marks.
Put them in the
Boat spinning, the wake's rocking, there's a lot going on. You were like, oh, I thought you were talking about the wake.
Yeah.
I got fish. Now we're getting somewhere.
Flathead fillets.
Flathead fillets. You said they're your favorite to eat, huh? I've
and
never eaten them.
That belly steak,
Yeah.
the belly steak's about that thick. The belly steak's the best part of the
best
flathead.
part of it.
Yeah.
I'll remember that when we cook them up tonight. We'll keep
clean
that
them.
separate.
We'll clean them.
Perfect. Yeah, you gotta teach me. Like I said, I've never caught one, so I don't know how to clean a flathead.
Yeah, you clean flathead is different from blues. You don't
Really?
want to mess up that belly steak.
Right. Belly steak. And
on-
flathead bellies.
And on the grill.
On the grill.
On the grill.
Oh, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Man, I'm feeling good. It's been a little bit of a grind this morning. Checked a bunch of different spots, and what's funny is we checked all these spots and just weren't seeing much life, and Bob is just a go, go, go kind of catfisherman, and it's cool. It's not at all what I expected. And then we came right back here to the first spot from this morning where we got that crazy tangled mess because we had marked more fish here than anywhere else, and we decided let's just risk it. We'll fish some less lines, and I mean, we're still letting them out and just got to fish. And you can see they got really rough mouths. That's when you see them noodling for these things, they come up just all cut up, scraped up. And he got me a little bit, but no complaints here. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling real good.
I can tell.
Yeah, I mean, how cool for it to be a flathead too. Like, I would have been stoked with some blues, but to get a new species checked off the list,
Feeling good.
yeah, feeling real good. We've been putting in some work this morning. We got a system coming in, which may be getting them fired up. We got kind of pre-front right now. We're hoping it's going to skirt to the south, but there's storms in the area. And so it was kind of feeling like, man, racing against the clock, but you know, hurry up and wait, but there it is. I'm feeling a lot better. Nice.
Okay.
I say let's just keep it on the graph and see. If we start marking them, we'll stop. So I find this so interesting. I think a lot of people think of catfish and they think if someone walks down to the pier, chunk out a hot dog, and you just sit and wait and drink your beer, but this is just so dynamic. There's so many moving pieces. We got so many lines and the current is just doing whatever it wants. And what's crazy is we'll get the boat in the perfect position, spot lock with the trolling motor, we'll get all the lines down, and then it'll all change. The currents change. All of a sudden the water was going downriver, now it's coming upriver. The eddy, it's not a hard line, right? It's shifting and moving and just constantly, it's just very dynamic, and it just makes this fun. I mean, it's a challenge. We're constantly reeling up and dropping them back down and moving just 20 feet over, and this is tough. I mean, it's not easy, but we're finding a few fish and looking for more. There's some good marks right there, actually.
Yeah, I saw one fish.
Yeah.
I saw it at the spot lock.
That was a little bit better.
Man, I'm sitting here yapping about moving, and
Yeah.
right when we're lulled into a sleep, I was gonna say there's no way we can sit here with this many baits in the water.
A little bit better.
Should I get the net? I'll get the net.
We can leave the lid on that.
All right. Now we're talking.
My eyes are just closed. It's like dozing off a little bit.
So that's when it happens, right? We were sitting there yapping. I looked up, and like you said, the rod tip was in the water.
You need to net him from the tail.
Okay.
Don't horse him too hard.
All right.
Don't horse him.
Yeah, let's not.
He can't get hung on anything. Just let him fly.
Yeah, let's not mess this one up.
All right.
All right. Oh man.
Yeah, there's nothing to get hung on. As long as that, we don't have the hook to pull out.
Yeah, just don't slack it. Oh, he's right on the surface. Oh, yeah, man.
That's what we're looking for.
There it is. Finally. God, dog. I was, we're over here giving up hope, talking about tomorrow already. Just seemed like not our day. And that's, man, that's this is the biggest catfish I've ever had caught on the boat I'm on. I mean, I've never, look at that. Oh my God. Look at that. Oh yeah. Look at that. Woo! Oh yeah. Oh God, Lord have mercy.
That's what we're looking for.
There it is.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Man.
Finally.
What do you do with that now?
Oh.
That's a big fish.
There it is.
All right.
I can't believe after all that, I mean, just in 1 second, the whole day turns around. Man.
Yes, sir.
You got it?
Oh man, barely fits in the frame. Look at that. There we go. Look at that.
Big old joker.
Whew.
What you reckon that one goes?
We're fixing to find out.
Fixing to find out. Oh man.
Don't ever give up. Don't ever give up.
Right? That's the lesson here. Don't give up. Brooks is like he's about to give up holding this thing. Oh my gosh.
Ease him down. Be still.
Oh, of course.
33.
33 pounds.
That's probably my biggest.
That's got, yeah. That's personal best there. Look at that.
All right.
Monster.
He's 42 inches long.
Just turn the length. 42 inches.
42 inches, 33 pounds.
So Bob here works and with the wildlife department tagging these fish to see where they travel to up and down the Mississippi River.
We got tag 226. So your fish is documented.
Location released.
Put that as Vicksburg.
I'm gonna put the GPS and everything.
Okay.
I'll do that later.
All right. And then send her back, huh?
Yeah.
Man, their mouths are so rough. All right. Tagged her. Now we're gonna release her back into the mighty Mississippi. Oh, wow. She's biting me. Not even holding her. God, give me my fingers back. Woo-hoo! She had enough of us. She was ready to go. But how cool is that?
Let's see.
Tagging these fish so that when they get recaptured, when they get caught, they can kind of track their movements, see where these fish are going in this river. And actually when we were up at the fish hatchery in Grenada on Enid Lake, they tagged a paddlefish in Grenada, Mississippi, and it was later caught and recorded up in Illinois. So who knows where that fish may get caught again. How cool is that? And you guys, it has been a grind, not gonna lie. We have been soaking baits in 15 different spots, running back, and we came back to the first spot from this morning because it's where we marked the most fish. And still we've been sitting here for a good 45 minutes with nothing, and we were literally just talking about tomorrow about, you know, let's call it when we're gonna have to do something else. And there it was, when we least expected, when we were least ready for it. Just a great fish. I mean, my hands are cut up, I'm bleeding just about on every finger, but no complaints here. How incredible was that? Man, that was sweet.
That was awesome.
When you leave, you know.
Hey, Blue Cat Guide Service.
Blue Cat Guide Service, that's right. Bob Crosby here. Can't thank this guy enough. I mean, perseverance paid off.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for coming.
Yeah.
It's been a great day, and I enjoyed fishing with you, and I hope you come back.
Oh, I'll be back.
BlueCatGuideService.com.
Got it. BlueCatGuideService.com. You guys want to come out here, catch a river monster, they are here. And everybody we've talked to in the state of Mississippi knew who Bob Crosby was, so he's the man out here. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, flattery will get you everywhere.
That's right.
Okay.
Let's do it. All right, guys, so we just got done fishing with Bob Crosby, got back here to the Keystone Cougar, my home on wheels, got cleaned up, and now it's time to cook some fish.
Bob recommended grilling those flathead belly steaks, but as luck would have it, those systems we've been talking about that we missed all day have moved on through. It's now raining and we don't want to grill in the rain. So instead, we're gonna fry up all this fish, the blue cat fillets, the flathead fillets, and the flathead belly steaks. And we're gonna do kind of like a little taste comparison and see which one we like better, see the differences in the textures. I think it's gonna be good. And we're gonna be showing Brooks here, you don't do too much cooking, right?
Yeah, as a man on the road without these luxuries of, you know, this kitchen, I unfortunately don't get to cook a lot, so I looking forward to learning a little something here.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna learn how to cook anything, I feel like fish is probably a good one to do, so.
Probably right, yeah.
We're gonna show you guys my kind of go-to recipe, my way of frying up fish. It's a crowd pleaser, so again, as something, it was one trick up your sleeve.
Yeah,
Whether or not they like fish, they're gonna like this recipe.
Sweet.
We're not gonna mess with sides. You can cook sides however you want, fries and coleslaw being kind of the staple, but I am gonna show you how to make my favorite homemade tartar sauce. Then we're gonna clean up these fish fillets, and then I'll show you guys how I like to fry them up. I think it's gonna be really good. I know it's gonna be really good.
I can't wait.
Yeah, well, let's get started. All right, so we're gonna start with the tartar sauce, just kind of get that out of the way. This is super simple, basically just gonna be mixing ingredients with a little bit of chopping. But my favorite tartar sauce recipe is 1 part mayonnaise, real mayonnaise, not Miracle Whip, and 1 part finely chopped dill pickles. Or if you want a little shortcut, you can get pickle relish. To that, we're gonna add about a tablespoon of dill weed, not dill seed. We're gonna add another tablespoon of fresh chopped parsley. Parsley is one of those mild flavors that it's really for a little bit of green, a little bit of freshness, but I mean the aromatics, once you start cutting into it, it just smells great in here already. We're gonna add about a teaspoon of lemon juice, a teaspoon of sugar, a little bit of ground black pepper, and then we've got a couple optional ingredients. I like these personally, but if you don't like these flavors, you don't have to use them. One of which is finely chopped white onion. I like it for a little bit of crunch, and if you follow my Catch and Cooks, you know I love onion. And then finally, just a little splash of Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire, you know what I'm talking about. I like just a little dash of that in there, gives it a little bit of smokiness, really, really good flavor. All right, got everything in the bowl. Now we're just gonna gently kind of fold all these ingredients together. All right, so that looks good. We're gonna put that in the fridge, let it hang out, get started on this fish. We need to do a little bit of cleanup on these fillets. Like I said, we got 3 different types. We got the blue cat fillet, the flathead fillet, and the flathead belly steaks.
Ooh.
So we're gonna start off with these blue cat fillets. And these guys are pretty much good to go, except I need to trim off the fin and trim out a little bit of this red meat in the middle, this bloodline. And then we're just gonna cut it up into about as even sized pieces as we can, so that it all cooks evenly. That's pretty critical whenever you're frying anything, but especially fish. You want all the pieces to be about the same size. All right, and next up, we got the flathead fillets. And these are bigger, but we're gonna try to cut these into the same size pieces once we get these cleaned up. We're just gonna trim off some of this not so good looking meat. All right, and lastly, but certainly not least, according to Bob Crosby, this flathead belly steak, which he says is gonna be our favorite part. We'll see, I don't know anything about this. So. All right, fish cleaned up and cut up. Now, time to kind of get our fry station prepped and ready to go. That's one thing, if you're frying fish, really if you're frying anything, if you're battering it, a little bit of preparation goes a long way. You wanna kind of get organized, because once you start frying, your hands are gonna be caked and stuff, and it really can turn into a mess and kind of a frantic situation real quick. So we're gonna get everything lined up, ready to go. We're using a cast iron skillet, and I personally like to fry in vegetable oil. It's got a real clean taste, and it's not gonna flavor your fish. You're gonna be able to taste the fish and the seasoning that you put on it.
That's a lot of oil.
All right, oil. That's what my girlfriend says. That's what Jennifer says, oil.
Oh, that's
Oil.
Earl. That's a lot of Earl.
Not Earl. All right, so if you're just using cornmeal and flour, you could season the cornmeal and flour, but I think a better move is to season the fish itself. You end up wasting a lot of seasoning if you put it into your batter instead of directly on the fish. Now, since we're using a fish fry that's already got some seasoning,
I'm gonna go real light on my seasoning on the actual fish. And you can use whatever you like. Salt, pepper, garlic is never a bad idea. I'm gonna use some of this Traeger fin and feather rub. I love this stuff for fish and for poultry. I'm just gonna give it kind of a light dusting. We don't wanna overpower. I wanna be able to taste that fish. All right, so I think the oil is about ready, but a good way to test that is take a little bit of your batter and drop it in the oil, and you should see some good bubbling, some good sizzling, and that lets you know that your oil is hot enough. Let's get to frying some fish. So we're gonna start off with these flathead belly steaks because they're a little bit thicker pieces than the other ones, and so basically they won't cool as fast, and we'll get those done. And now the moment of truth. Hopefully this sizzles like I'm hoping. Look at that. Perfect. Now we gotta kind of move fast. And you're frying these over kind of a medium-high heat. Not too crazy high, but you wanna have that good sizzle, so. Well, welcome to RV life, folks. Cooking in a confined space means the fire alarm goes off pretty much every time I cook in this thing. It's just part of it. But that's okay. And these are not gonna take long at all. I mean, just a couple minutes on each side. And so you really need to kind of be moving fast and on top of your game here. All right, so you've been going for a few minutes on each side and they're looking perfect. This is gonna be really good. All right, those are done. We'll just keep the conga line going. Let's start the next batch. You know, as you add this fish into the oil, the temperature's gonna drop because the fish is cold still. And so you really need to ideally kind of crank it up just a little bit in between batches, because as you add all this fish, it's going to drop the temperature down of that oil. All right, now on to the flathead fillets. I'll do a few at a time so we can get these in here quick. This is gonna be good. These are looking real good. Don't be sneaking bites now.
Well,
You gotta do the official taste test.
big bites, man.
Big bites, baby, that's right. I'm starving. Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Just kind of my strategy with catching cooks is I just wait till the people are starving to death, and then no matter what I do, they're like, oh, this is amazing. And these guys are smaller, these blue cap fillets, so they won't take as long, just a couple minutes on each side.
I don't know.
Gosh, this is gonna be good though. Look at that.
How many you eating? Who else we have to go knocking on some other
Invite the neighbors.
Yeah.
Blue cat's done. Now kind of for the moment of truth, we're gonna plate this stuff. Now one thing I like to do, I'm gonna take some of that parsley that we chopped up that we didn't use in the tartar sauce. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of parsley on this finished fish. And then you gotta have lemon. We're gonna squeeze a little bit of lemon juice on all of it. All right. There's the finished product, you guys. We haven't tasted it yet, but there's zero doubt in my mind it's gonna be amazing.
Again, I've already had 2 or 3 while you weren't looking.
I don't blame you. I do not blame you.
I'm kidding.
All right, let's do kind of the steam test and just see, but oh, look at it, juicy. White, flaky, cooked through, but not cooked to death. That's gonna be good, you guys. That's gonna be so good. Look at that. I'm actually gonna sneak a little. Oh my goodness. Man, that's good. Let's sit down. We're gonna eat this.
All right.
You're in for a treat.
All right.
Ooh, big boy.
I'm gonna go straight up first, then I'll do tartar sauce.
There you go. There you go.
Wow. That's good, man. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. I like that little bit of lemon on there too. That's pretty.
Yeah. It's flaky, juicy. That's the key. If you fry it hot enough, it kind of crusts that outside immediately, and it locks in the moisture, you know.
I don't know what to say, man. Just keep eating.
Buddy. One difference about that is the blue cat's more tender.
I'm starting to notice that the more I eat it.
Yeah, the blue cat's more tender, which kind of makes sense because they're not hunters. Flathead is the hunter of the catfish family. It's using its muscles a lot more, and so it's just a little bit denser and just a little bit, not tough, it's not tough, but that blue cat just kind of melts in your mouth, and it makes a lot of sense that they're just kind of a lazier fish, bottom feeder.
Right.
Just scavenging, and I mean, you kind of could tell that with the fight, that even though there's a big blue cat, it's not rip and drag out or anything like that. They're just kind of a more lethargic animal, and the meat really kind of benefits from it. But they're both delicious. All right, guys. Well, quite frankly, I'm exhausted. This has been a long day. It was quite the grind of a day. Fishing the mighty Mississippi River was just top of our list. The results are delicious. We're gonna enjoy this meal, and then tomorrow we're gonna be heading to the Delta to learn a little bit about the history of Mississippi's music culture. They call this place the birthplace of America's music. It's the birthplace of blues. I'm excited for that. You're quite the music guy.
Yeah, the history behind it, where, you know, probably even like fishing, and you can relate it to a bunch of other things, but it just, the way it evolves, music.
The evolution.
So seeing where it started from that's cool, man.
Brooks plays the spoons like nobody's business, so he's gonna fit right in here, I think. But yeah, Mississippi blues, blue catfish, blues music. We're kind of experiencing it all, but that's it for tonight. Yeah, I'm over it. We're gonna eat. Hope you guys enjoyed this part of it. Can't go wrong with this recipe. Hope you learned a little something about frying up some fish.
I did.
Now we're learning a little something about eating up some fish.
I already knew how to do that.
Man, it really is good.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
It's the perfect crunch.
Coming up next episode, we're making our way down to the coast, and we'll be kayak fishing in Biloxi for sheepshead, redfish, and speckled trout.
Yeah. Woo! Got him! Matt Mitchell here with a nice one.
Then, after cooking up our catch, we're going out on a shrimp boat to learn how Mississippi harvests the fresh seafood we all know and love.
You're gonna taste it. You're gonna get some south in your mouth. Come on.
I'm ready for this.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
I go straight from the bank, gassing up the tank, cranking up the radio, playing old Hank. It ain't that long till I'm back at the pond. I'm pulling up the truck down at the dock. It's time to do some cruising, baby, get a little stuck. It's a Saturday joyride, Percy Beast is the spot. We're on a boat, we're feeling fine, drinking Tennessee whiskey, a big blue sky. We're going up, we're coming down. There's a party on the water, it's a hell of a time. We're on a boat, we're killing time, in our own honky tonk with a bottle of wine. We're going up, we're coming down. Cheers to feeling alright, it's a hell of a time. Yeah, we're chilling out here, ladies in the rear,